What's up guys, Bloodshed here. Today we're talking about PvP tips and tricks for Lost Ark. All the tip, break this down into like 7 different sections as to hopefully not confuse everybody and give you the most clearest, concise information possible. This is obviously geared toward beginners entering Lost Ark. We're gonna have a lot of influx of players here for the North American and EU launch, so hopefully this guide can help you guys out. These videos do take a long time to make, so a like on the video would be greatly appreciated and helps out the channel tremendously. Tip number 1, get to level 26, just follow the main story quest. It'll eventually drop you off right here in the arena. So you can see on the minimap, there's a little Coliseum symbol. These are in every major city. You'll know it's unlocked when it's just glowing and you can actually click on it. PvP in the arena is completely normalized. You can handcraft each and every build to your heart's desire. You have access to all the ultimates, the skills, everything like that in the battleground. No gear advantage, okay? As you rank up, you get access to a lot of transmog type rewards, titles, skins, mounts, auras, crystals, all kinds of stuff. The PvP bender is usually right next to the Coliseum. Again, this is where you can spend even more stuff on mounts, some gear, some resources for your characters. You get like a currency for that. Also, to collect your currency, you want to hit Alt K on your keyboard and then you can claim your rewards. This is my alt account. So I can claim my rewards like that, so make sure you grab them. You're gonna need these chaos shards to cast your ultimate in Battlegrounds, so you are spinning this currency constantly. The good news is it's really cheap, and when you actually do complete the Arena Coliseum quest, they give you about 30 for free, so you can kind of test it out and see how you like it. Just head to any general goods vendor in any area and you should be able to buy them. I have starter guides on the website for every single launch class that we're getting here in North America, EU. So feel free to go through, check it out. It'll get you started, and then feel free to experiment, use your own builds, and adapt to your gameplay, to your play style. Links to everything will be in the description, bloodshed.com. Learn the classes, right? This is the hardest thing to learn. This is gonna take time and effort, and pay attention to what people are doing, what their win combos are. You know, is a Hawkeye always trying to go stealth and stun me? Our paladins always try to get up close and land their double 2-hit knock up stun combo thing, right? Learn what everybody's doing. And again, this is gonna take some effort on your part. Just try to remember what kind of spells they use, and then you'll remember like the width of the beams and the attacks and where to stand. And all this stuff will come with practice, okay? So I have to say this because I think this is a huge thing to learn in the game. You know, there's gonna be 15 launch classes and it's only gonna go up from here. And knowing is half the battle. Isn't that like a G.I. Joe quote or something? We work together, okay? Like, stay close, but not too, you don't wanna stand on top of each other. Like you can see everybody's in my vision range right here, and I'm just kind of DPSing, keeping, you know, making sure I can provide cover fire, peels, work with my team. Maybe we're grouped with the Berserker and we know Berserkers can pump mad damage. So I might try to add some more CC, try to follow him around and stun people for him. That way he can pump, and you know, a high tide raises all ships. If my team's doing well, I'm doing well, and we're gonna win the game, right? Everything's gonna go smoother. We're gonna have a better chance than we would have had not paying attention, being cognizant of where everybody else is on the battlefield. Let's say 2 teammates get clapped, you can just disengage, go back to your spawn and wait for them to come back and then re-engage as a team as well. A lot of times I'll see people just fighting to the death or tunneling, YOLOing, right? So just pay attention to what's going on and yeah, learn that spatial awareness. The next tip is kill low HP targets, man. You get so much more value taking somebody out of the battlefield. A lot of times, especially a ranged class, will just be alive for another minute, just surviving and thriving, you know, getting value, because you get points when you get kills, right? So if you're not getting kills, you ain't getting no points. And yeah, I think it's just way more valuable to kill those low HP targets. Obviously, if you can't safely get to them, don't just tunnel and feed and all that stuff, and don't lose half your health trying to chase somebody around. But be cognizant of the targets, especially when the game's on the line, when there's 10 seconds left, 30 seconds left. You're like, okay, who's low? Who do we got to get out of here? Who should we focus? I think it's just going to lead to more success overall. You might notice in the arena, there is fire at when you spawn, right? In the fire in the spawn zones. Those do percentage-based health to you. So if you're at super low HP, it's only going to do super low damage to you. If you're at full HP, you're going to take more damage. And you can't die from the fire, so you can like tactically juke into the fire, break line of sight, or go into the fire. I'm about to go in the fire right now. You go into the fire and bait somebody, right? And then if you can land your full damage combo on them, they're gonna be taking that fire damage consistently. So use it to your advantage if you can. This next tip is really, really important. Okay, this is on the PvP camera angle. You and your enemies don't see the same vision, all right? It looks something like this. This is like your enemy, and this is your vision. So you guys have different camera angles, right? So this is me, and this is them, all right? This is my vision. I'm looking this way, and they're looking this way. You might think this is pretty stupid, but I think it's pretty amazing because it allows not just a team deathmatch, not just all the other things that come into PvP. It allows like this spatial awareness. It allows like you're fighting over ground. So the TLDR, you don't understand yet, keep enemies to the left and keep them to the right of you, because then they're forced to look at you from the top and the bottom. And if you notice, this is a wide screen, like there's a big widescreen camera view. So you have a massive advantage keeping somebody to your left and your right of you, right? Because then you can see more of the battlefield and you can even hit them off screen. You know, you have like this giant scoreboard and the overlay. And even if you take that away, you still have more vision from left to right than you have from top to bottom. Speaking of widescreen, if you have a widescreen monitor or ultra wide, you're gonna have a little bit more vision on the left and right, which can give you an advantage in PvP. If you don't have an ultra wide, don't fret, my pet. Just go to your video settings and go to force aspect ratio, and it'll give you that widescreen view even on a normal monitor. You can use this for PvP, get the same vision that I have or somebody with an ultra wide has without having to buy one. And then you can always uncheck it for PvE, and when you go back to your normal game mode, no harm, no foul, right? If you need an in-depth guide on the camera angle that we talked about previously, I'll put a guide from Lino in the description of the video. The next tip would be to learn about super armor. I have a video in the description as well for super armor and on the website. If you see characters with a yellow glow on them, they have some type of super armor, whether it's to knock up, whether it's to stagger, whether it's all immunity. It could be a combination of all three, right? So when you see someone yellow, just be cognizant of what spells or abilities they're using, and over time you'll know like, oh, Blade has knock up and stagger immunity when they're dashing in, and you'll learn over time. But if you see that, it's, I guess you can not CC them because you'll know that they're immune to something, right? When you see this symbol, they can't be crowd controlled on the next CC. So like they're basically immune once they get up from the knockdown or when they come out of the stun. They have an immunity window where they can't be crowd controlled. You also get this when you dash. When you dash, you have like an iframe juke of like all immunity where you can dash through abilities, and it's really nice, you know. Also, if you're about to be staggered, you can use attacks, like your basic attacks, like the left click or the right click, you know, and you can actually not be soft staggered from that. So that's another quick tip. If you're about to be soft staggered, just start attacking until their ability ends, and then you can get out of there and dash away or something. Again, I have an in-depth guide on super armor in the description of this video if you want to learn more about it. But if you're ever confused, like, why am I CC'd? Why are they not CC'd? And that'll pretty much clear up a lot of the questions, I think. And the last tip, just to have fun, chat, all right? The games are 5 minutes long. It's not that serious, you know? Learn and grow from your mistakes. Losses happen, CC happens, you know, you're gonna get locked up and blasted 100% to 0 health. Your team's not gonna support you. Try to take every loss as a learning experience and add that to your overall knowledge base. And hopefully over time you grow and get better and better and better and be that player we all know you could be, right? So thank you so much for watching the video. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. Again, if you could leave a like on the video, it would really help me out, help the channel grow. If you have any more tips and tricks, people always go in the comments and read. Well, a lot of times people go in the comments and read, and maybe you can help somebody out. Maybe you can give them some things that they didn't know about to improve their game and so forth. You can find me twitch.tv/bloodshed. I'll be streaming all Lost Ark long as soon as the game comes out. I've already been playing a very long time. I'm addicted to this game. So yeah, that's gonna be all from me today. Thank you so much for watching. This is Bloodshed, and I'm out of here.